Welcome back to another episode of the Where's Home podcast, hosted by Chandler Dantzler. You can listen on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and watch on YouTube. Today we have 2026 outfitter, first baseman, right-handed pitcher, Texas A&M baseball commit, Andruw Giles. Thank you for joining us today, and we're pumped to have you on the show.
Of course, thank you for having me.
Yeah, before we start getting into travel ball, high school, and the recruiting process, I'd like to ask this question here. Who is Andruw Giles? How would you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Andruw Giles. I'm a class 2026 Texas A&M commit. I like to see myself as a humble yet very flashy guy on the field. I like to play with a lot of passion, a lot of love for the game.
Gotcha. All right. Can you take us through your travel ball career? Just take us through how you got connected with the Texas Canes back in 2021 and tell us who you played for before them. Just take us through that experience in travel ball.
Travel ball. I really played with the Las Vegas Rebels all when I was younger with Eamon Springall over there.
Gotcha.
And then I got connected with the Canes because I went and played with a tournament with ZTAZ and Chris Lara and those guys over there. I went out to Houston and we played the big super regional down there in the 13U1. I played really well. We ended up losing to the ZT Prospects in the championship. And from there, I got connected with Lolly over there with the Canes, and it's all business from there.
Yeah, I think we played you guys in the 13U BCS. I think you're on that team.
Yeah.
All right. What are your relationships with those players and the coaches on the Texas Canes since you guys all don't live in the same area?
I mean, we got our group chats. We all talk all the time. It's great. Love those guys over there. Love the coaches. Love Lolly. Love Mike. Love all my teammates. Those are some of my best friends, even though they live in Texas or Florida or wherever.
Yeah.
It's just we stay connected through all the social medias, and it's really just nice to catch up with those guys every once in a while.
Yeah, it's crazy the amount of relationships you can build while playing baseball. Just talk about some relationships you have played while playing baseball.
I mean, some relationships I've built is like I feel like just all of my best friends are through baseball. Like Troy Salpacine, he's one of the guys I'm lucky enough to play high school ball with. But I also played with him growing up, and I played summer ball with him with the ZT Canes. And I mean, all around, he's just one of my best friends. So it's nice. Just all of my closest friends are built through baseball.
That's great to have your teammate in town with you playing in high school and in travel ball. All right, let's now talk about your high school season. Last season, in your freshman year, you played for the Basic Wolves in Henderson, Nevada. You told me earlier that you guys had a good amount of D1 commits. Just heading into your freshman year, your team being ranked 8th in the country, what were your main goals?
I mean, my main goal, personally, I didn't really have much personal goal. Just as a freshman coming in, you got really just everything to prove. You know what I mean? Like just everything to prove. But really, it was just a team goal. We just wanted to get that state championship. We wanted to complete that three-peat, and unfortunately, we were not able to do so.
Gotcha. All right. According to Max Preps, you guys went 25-9 last season. Can you talk about the season and what you enjoyed the most?
Season, I enjoyed the most that we were really a brotherhood. It was really a family. Like no matter, like we never really had any off the field issues as a team. It was just super close the entire year, and those guys got along really well, and we played some really good baseball.
Did you have any favorite memories on the field and off the field?
Favorite memories on the field. Favorite memory on the field, I'm gonna have to say. It was the game we lost. The game we lost in the playoffs. It was a 2-1 game, I'm pretty sure. And then Ty Salpacine, our leadoff hitter, he's up. We got second and third, and he goes 3-run big fly for like the biggest at bat, biggest swing of the year,
Yes.
and everybody just went nuts.
That's amazing. All right, now heading into your sophomore season, what are your main goals for you and then for your team?
My main goal for me this year is obviously just have a better year than last year. But really, I'm looking to go Gatorade Player of the Year. Like that should just be everybody's goal in high school every year.
Yeah.
But main goal as a team, it's got to get the ring, got to go for the state championship.
Yep. Now, since we've talked about high school and in travel ball, how do you compare the difference between high school and travel ball, and which one would you prefer more?
Me personally, and I think a lot of my teammates would say the same, is I prefer high school ball just because you're around those guys every day, you're practicing with those guys every day. You see them in school, like you're just around them more than with the guys you travel with because you only see them that couple weeks in the summer. And
Yep.
it's just a different aspect when you're playing the whole season building up to the playoffs than rather than just playing a tournament or two. Like, so
Yep.
what, you lose, you go play next weekend in the tournament. So
Yep.
it's just
What's good, guys? Jay Strickland here, founder of JKR Baseball, host of the JKR podcast. We're ecstatic to partner with Chandler and welcome the Where's Home podcast to the JKR Podcast Network. Through this partnership, we hope to grow his brand and our brand, as well as continue to grow the game of baseball. Make sure to go check us out at JKR_baseball at Instagram and on Twitter. Go check us out at JKR Podcast on YouTube, as well as www.jkrpodcast.com. Through that, you'll go find our other podcasts, our blog affiliates, and our upcoming events that we have going on. When it comes to our other podcasts, JKR Podcast, that's our main one, highlighting a bunch of baseball from across the country when it comes to high school baseball, college baseball, got some pro prospects mixed in there as well with some baseball businesses. We got Coop Scoop highlighting Indiana baseball as well, Southern Showdown highlighting all of Texas, highlighting all of Louisiana baseball as well, the Why Play Anywhere Else podcast highlighting the Arkansas Sticks, and a bunch more upcoming events coming up as well. As the JKR baseball brand continues to grow, we're always looking for more opportunities. If you're a content creator wanting to become affiliated with the JKR baseball brand, or you're just somebody wanting to work in sports, looking for an internship, looking to get those opportunities, shoot me a call, shoot me a text. It's going to be at 260-585-4388. Shoot that number a text. Let's get something rolling. But with that being said, hope you guys enjoy the show.
All right. During your high school season, you told me that you noticed some pain in your wrist. After the season, you got an X-ray and ended up fracturing your hamate bone. Can you talk about that injury?
yeah. I mean, I actually just got back from a follow up today saying I'm fully cleared, but
That's great.
during the season it was a little more than a quarter of the way through. I noticed a little pain in my wrist. I didn't really think nothing of it at first, but just the more I played, the more I practiced, the worse it got. But when it really started getting bad, it was towards the end of the season. It was like, I mean, I've played this far, I might as well just stick it out. So I just ended up toughing it out for the rest of the season.
How long were you out for?
After the season was over, I ended up going in a cast for like 3 weeks.
Oh, I got you. All right. Just take us through the process of getting back to normal after the injury.
Just a lot of rest time, a lot of rest time, a lot of doing like not a lot of high intensity stuff, just kind of hanging out, just kicking back, just enjoying my summer with friends, family, girlfriend, all that stuff.
Gotcha.
But back on the baseball side, I mean, a lot of just figuring my mechanics back out, just getting my body to feel the way it felt before I was hurt, just getting to where I feel like me again.
Was there any physical therapy during that time?
Not really, no, because it was such a common thing. It didn't really need much physical therapy. It was just I just had to build strength back in my wrist right when I got that cast off.
Gotcha. All right, let's now talk about the recruiting process. On September 13th of 2022, you made your commitment to Texas A&M. Take us through the recruiting process. When did you start getting noticed by colleges?
It all really started last summer, that 14U summer. I was playing really well that summer, and then our coach Wally had gotten in contact with a couple of schools, and then at the WWBA, Texas A&M was at one of the games, and I guess they liked what they saw, and they reached out to Coach Wally. Coach Wally told me, and then a couple months later, after the summer was over, I ended up going out to a camp where they eventually offered me, and just the coaching staff, everything like there felt like home. And that's when me and my family made the decision that it was best for me, and we committed.
Gotcha. Talk about the decision and why you chose Texas A&M.
I mean, I chose Texas A&M because I could see myself living there for 3 to 4 years after high school. Like those are really the big developmental years of your life. Like
Yep.
right out of high school, 18-year-old kid, I could see myself going there and being successful. Just the coaching staff made me feel at home, the facilities, the town. We ended up going to a football game while I was there, and that was just a blast.
That's great.
And just all around the atmosphere there at Texas A&M is unreal.
All right. What were your top 2 to 3 schools?
My top 2 to 3, I'd probably have to say Texas A&M, obviously. Then I go Tennessee and Arkansas. were my 2 and 3.
Gotcha.
And LSU's up there. LSU
All
was
right.
definitely up there.
That's great. All right. As you were comparing schools, what were things you were looking for talking to the college coaches?
Um, yeah, I was really just looking for like a home dynamic. Like, can I see myself living in that town, playing baseball there for 3 to 4 years right after high school? And just how did the staff feel? What were the facilities like? All that kind of stuff.
All right. After you committed, what did that mean to you and your family?
I mean, that meant a lot to me. I mean, it really felt like not that I made it, but that was a huge stepping stone in what I feel like my career has been.
Mm-hmm.
It just felt like a huge like an accomplishment, like almost like dang, like I really I really have potential to take this baseball thing like further on in life.
For sure. Since you got in the recruiting process a little early, what advice do you give athletes going into the recruiting process?
Just really just look around the campus, do your research. Like, can you see yourself living there? How does the coach do you like the coaching staff? Is there anything that you don't like, or what are the things that you really do like, and just focus in on those type of things.
All right, now let's talk about training here. What does training look like in season? What does training look like in the off season for you?
In the off season right now, I've been, well, not yet because school just started today, but I'm gonna start getting up 4 in the morning. Gotta go work out before school, 4:30. Then school for all day, then practice, then weights again, and I'll probably hit again after practice
Yep.
and weights and all that stuff. But in season, it's a lot more relaxed, and it's just more recovery type thing on my off days
Mm-hmm.
because like just games like 3 days a week. It's hard,
Yeah,
but in season, I'll do a light lift, that's type of stuff, light stretch, and then really it's just practice is a lot more relaxed. We just like do a lot of BP, that type of stuff, just keeping fresh on our stuff during season. But the off season, it's go time. Like it's
for
time to
sure.
grind and like get bigger, get faster, get stronger, all that type of stuff.
Yeah, for sure. What motivates you to go to the gym every day and get that extra work in at the field?
I mean, really just the kid's dream of being able to play in the MLB, looking out into the stands and having kids with your last name on their jersey, and just just being able to fulfill that dream of the little kid where he's always just wanted to play baseball. He's wanted to play on the biggest stage in front of all the fans and the World Series, like everything a kid dreams of. That's really just what motivates me most.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I have one more question about your high school. What are you most excited for going into your sophomore season? Now going into the fall. Fall is pretty much getting development, getting stronger, getting faster, play a little bit of games. What are you looking most for in season?
In season, I'm looking forward because last year we had a really young group of guys. So this year, a lot of our guys are more matured. They're getting bigger. They're getting faster. They're getting stronger.
No.
So I really think we got a good shot at a ring this year.
All right. Let's kind of take it away from baseball. We got a few more questions here. What do you think Andrew's look like? Andrew's life looks like in about 5 years.
In about 5 years. So I either see myself in pro ball or in college at A&M. I just, I don't know. I haven't really think of that like that. I kind of like to live like for the right now, you
Hmm.
know?
Gotcha. All right. Here's a tough question here. If you could pick one brand deal, what would it be?
Mm, it's a hard one. My high school, we were Nike, but yeah, I'd probably have to say Nike or Jordan. That would have to be the go-to.
For sure. All right. If you could, who's your pregame artist or song before a game?
Oof, pregame artist. I'd have to go Lil Baby. Lil Baby or Gunna. That's what's a lot of bumping in the locker room before the game.
Yeah.
That's just what's going in the AirPods during all that stuff.
All right. What do you do in your free time outside of baseball when you have some free time?
Oh, free time outside of baseball. I spend a lot of time with my girlfriend. I'm very grateful to have her. She's great. And other than that, I mean, just a lot of just chilling around on TikTok, hanging out with my family, playing little video games here and there, that type of stuff.
All right. What kind of video games do you play with the boys?
Ah, I'm a I've always been a Call of Duty like Fortnite guy. Like
Gotcha.
mix in a little 2K here and there, but not much.
Yeah. If you could give any advice to any young baseball player, what would you say to them?
Just always give it 110%. Never give up, no matter what. Everybody goes through those big slumps. Everybody goes through those struggles, but there's always the light at the end of the tunnel. It can't be forever.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Thank you, Andrew, for coming on the podcast, and good luck with your upcoming sophomore year.
Thank you.
Yep.